Adam Sandler, Oscar nominee, who'd have thunk it? Here on Rich Reviews channel. Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews, and it's the last review that I want to do for you guys for the 2019 movie season. And this is Uncut Gems. This is co-written and directed by the Selfie brothers, who made Good Time. I didn't see that film, and after seeing this film, I might be willing to be interested in seeing Good Time, plus some of their other films I'd never heard of before. Have you ever wanted to see what the dark side of the New York Manhattan gem trade would look like? Well, wonder no longer, as Adam Sandler, who probably gives the best performance I've ever seen him in his career, he plays Howard Ratner, a guy that looks like he is one move away from completely imploding or rocketing off from the New York skyline here. He basically plays a guy who is even dead to his mobbed up brother-in-law, played by Eric Bogosian. Peter, he's also in a situation of trying to rob Peter pay Paul because he has a New York bookie that he's constantly also in debt to. As we see in the beginning of the film, there's an Ethiopian diamond mine, and I never thought to myself, oh yeah, there would be diamond mines in Ethiopia, but hey look, this is Africa, the new frontier. These people have brought out this one injured person. There are people that go in and find this large rock with a couple of jewels in it. And obviously, one of Howard Ratner's contacts brings him this rock with the jewels. Obviously, this becomes the target affection of Kevin Garnett of all people. And Kevin Garnett, like, I don't know if Kevin Garnett has a future career in the film, but clearly the Selfie brothers thought to themselves, yes, Kevin Garnett is the ideal person that we want to be in this film. Obviously, Garnett is playing a fictionalized version of himself, and a person who believes that, oh yes, these gems have superpowers to some degree, and he's willing to pawn off his ring to get the stones. I don't know much about the gem trade in New York, but just upon seeing what I've known in films and in TV, and to a lesser extent, it's a very lucrative business. At the same time, we don't really get the small offices, the doors that won't necessarily open, the bulletproof glass, because there are some definitely shady characters that exist within this world. Adam Sandler is portraying Howard Ratner. He's a guy who looks like he is dodging bullets almost half the time of his life. He's always looking for that next score. He's willing to do anything to get that next score. And he has a harried wife, soon to be ex-wife, played by Idina Menzel. And why would anyone not be mesmerized by Idina Menzel or willing to cheat on Idina Menzel? And also he has a mistress who's also harried, played by Julia Fox. Now here's the thing, I don't do much gambling in my life. I played some poker in college, and I can understand how that would become addictive. The Ratner character, all he knows how to do is find that next big score. He doesn't know how to do anything else. And how, quite frankly, some people who double down will just keep digging themselves into a deeper and deeper hole. We see close-ups and outshots of, like, at least one scene of which, happens to be the colonoscopy of Adam Sandler, and why they agree to do that, I have no clue. As I said in the beginning of the piece, I think Adam Sandler deserves an Oscar nomination, because he just goes for it, folks. I've never seen Adam Sandler go for it. At least if I've seen him go for it, it's still in that smarmy, I'll get the girl type of way. Here, he's just going for broke, exposing himself in a way I've never seen before. I can name on one hand how many films I happen to like of his. Maybe a couple of those are dramas, maybe almost none of them are comedies. Also, like, just the way he tries to woo back his ex-wife, it's pathetic. But you get that charm of him. And also the fact is how he tries in the end to get away with it all. Some people are able to get away with most of anything in life. Adam Sandler, this character in particular, might not be able to get out of everything, because in the end, all we are is the sum of our parts. Some of us eventually have our tickets punched. This basically is a thriller, a psychological thriller, a dark comedy, and basically a dysfunctional drama wrapped up in one. What more can I say? Is it sad to see Howard dropped in the trunk of his car naked by his brother-in-law? No. Wow, I just kept being mesmerized by this film. And Kevin Garnett and The Weeknd are perfectly suited to play themselves. Now, I don't know much about The Weeknd. If you know anything about him, please leave a comment in the comment box below. And also, we get the entourage stuff to a lesser extent, because, hey, look, They're the players and the people who are hanging around the players, and then the financial agents of these players, and how much this precious jewel is causing so much heartbreak by a high dollar amount. In the end, folks, what I'm going to say about Uncut Gems, I'm giving this a leave work early. This is a surefire contender for my best films of the year. So, folks, Uncut Gems, have you seen this? What do you think? What is your favorite Adam Sandler performance? As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'm at Twitter at Michael Rich at Rich Reviews 2. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.